I'm fine, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So if you are ready, we can begin with the mock.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, all right. So, like Ajay, uh, from your dash, we can see that you have worked in HP also as a software engineer, and I think presently you are working as a DSP with MP Police, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
can you tell me personally which job has been more satisfying to you?
Uh, Sir, both jobs have been good and they had their own experiences and learnings. But I personally feel that the job of a DSP is more satisfying in terms of the public service you can do, the work on the grassroots level that you can do, and you can work for the vulnerable sections. So, in that terms, DSP job is much more satisfying than the job at HP.
So, like, if possible, can you share an incident where you got an opportunity to serve the most vulnerable section in some way?
Yes, sir. So there have been many opportunities. For example, currently I'm working, my current profile is DSP AJK. So I'm responsible for supervision of the crimes against the STs, against the SCs and STs in the whole district. So mostly the complaints come to me from those sections of SCs and STs, and I am able to get the FIRs registered and help them in getting the justice, sir. And I also try to coordinate with some other departments also to make sure that they also get the socio-economic justice. For example, the compensation for the losses that have occurred to them. So in that way, it is very satisfying, sir.
All right, great, right? So, Ajay, like these days, like we can see you also have some insights on cyber crime, right? So these days, the cyber financial crimes are on the rise, right? So
Yes,
suppose there is a victim of cyber financial crime. So
yes,
after like being a victim, what remedial steps can one person take, right? A citizen can take. Can you throw some light on that?
yes, sir. Yes, so cyber crimes is a very serious issue nowadays. So firstly, the victim after the crime can immediately report on 1930 helpline. This is the national helpline for the cyber crimes. One can also report on the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, which is a centralized portal for that. Then, sir, one should immediately contact the bank because if the complaint to the bank is done within a stipulated period of time, then there are high chances that the person will be able to get the money back which has been defrauded. Then, sir, a person can also register the FIR in the cyber police station or the territorial police station and get the FIR registered. And after that, the process of investigation takes place, sir.
So like, what are the laws under which these FIRs get registered in such cases?
So there is mainly IT Act of 2000, which deals with the cyber crimes and the cyber frauds, and
Okay.
also the IPC related sections are also used in such crimes.
There is no specific law in our country for cyber crime related issues.
So this IT Act, sir,
Okay,
IT
okay,
Act of 2000, yes, sir,
okay. All right, all right. So, okay. So, Ajay, you might be aware of the happenings in Manipur.
yes, sir,
So, can you throw some light? What is your perspective? What are the reasons?
yes, sir. So basically, it is an ethnic conflict between the Methi community and the tribal communities of Nagas and Kukis. So, sir, the reasons I see are mainly three reasons. Firstly, the immediate reason is that the demand for the tribal status by the Methi community, who and the recent order by the by the High Court for the implementation of their tribal status, which has been previously recommended by a commission. Second reason is, sir, the hill valley divide that has been existing in Manipur for so many long because the plain region and the capital region that is occupied by the Metis, which constitute 53% of the population, and they are considered more developed and have more representation in the government also in the various organizations also. So that has been, but the other tribal communities they have lesser developmental level, lesser representation. That has been their issue. And so, thirdly, there has been historical incidences also. And sir, one recent drive by the state government to remove the encroachments from the forest areas and also the poppy cultivation that was happening there, particularly, and this was often perceived as a drive against the Kuki community. So these are mainly the three reasons that I believe, sir, for the conflict in Manipur.
All right, right. So, Ajay, you are also from Madhya Pradesh, na? The tiger state of a country. So,
Yes, sir.
if somebody is like coming from outside Madhya Pradesh and want to see a tiger, so which tiger
Yes, sir.
reserve would you recommend to him or her?
Yes, sir. So I would recommend Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve. The reason being, it has the highest density of tigers in Madhya Pradesh, sir. It is one of the highest density of tigers in India as well. So
Okay,
that I would recommend.
all right, all right. So, have you visited any tiger reserve, national park, wildlife sanctuary?
Yes, sir. I have visited Satpura National Park, Panna also, and sir, recently I went to Mukundpur White Tiger Safari, sir, also.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes,
We'll come back to it, right? Okay. So, can you? Recently, there were talks of some proposed amendment to Wildlife Protection Act 1972. So, are you
yes,
aware of that? What are those?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the Wildlife Protection Act was amended, sir. So the one of the reasons for doing the amendments was to make it compliant with the CITES Convention. So an additional uh, annexure has been schedule has been added to that to include the species that are included in the CITES Convention. Secondly, sir, the number of total number of schedules have been reduced to four now. The first being the most protected, second being the protected sections, third being the plant species, and fourth being the CITES compliant species. So then also the focus is on the invasive species that has been done, and the central government reserves the power to control the trade or possession or anything related to the alien these invasive species. Then one more amendment regarding the providing exemption to for the trade of elephants uh, for the non-commercial for the purposes like heritage or religious purposes that has also been done. Uh, yes, sir. So
Okay,
these are the main provisions I
okay.
can think of. Yes.
All right, good, good, right. So my last question to you, Ajay, is like you are also from Morena, right? So like
Yes, sir.
historically, Morena has faced a lot of developmental issues, right? And a lot issues arising out of that. So presently, can
Yes,
you briefly tell me what are the avenues of development in Morena? And if you are, suppose a developmental officer in Morena, so what three or four areas will be of your focus for its overall development?
sir. So, firstly, sir, I would try to utilize the strength of Morena, which is firstly, it is very famous for the mustard oil production. So, I will try to get a bigger plant there. Secondly, sir, my focus would be on the Revine reclamation part because Revine is around 68,000 hectares of area is present in Madhya Pradesh, mostly in the Morena Shopur districts, which can be utilized for the benefit, and it has been being done also. Like recently, the Revine Safari has been introduced only 2 months back in that area for the tourism purposes. So thirdly, my focus would be on the products like honey and the products like milk, which are also produced in that area in good amounts, sir, so that it is the benefits are equitably distributed. Fourthly, sir, there the climate of Morena is such that the solar energy can be well utilized in that area. And state government has also been planning to implement a 1400 megawatt uh, project of the solar plant over there. So that also can be done, sir. So in these ways, I will try to put development in Morena, sir.
All right, Ajay. So that is all from my side. Rajesh sir, please, can you take over?
Surely. So, Ajay,
Hello,
very
sir.
good morning. And I'd like to know about the communities. You talked about that visits will, give you opportunity to work for the tribal communities of your area. What are our tribal communities there in the district?
Yes, sir. So first is Saharia community, sir. That is the main tribal community in my area, in Morena. And second is Mogia community, which is also found around the Kuno National Park. And so the district I'm currently working in, Kol community is the dominant community in Satna.
Okay, so you talked about the Mogia community. Okay, and
Yes, sir.
Mogias are also considered to be a community which are primarily responsible for many of the wild animal, poaching cases in that area.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And also you must be aware about the Pardis,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
which are also found in your district Satna, the present district of your working Satna,
Yes,
and
sir.
nearby
Yes,
districts, and they are considered to be the reason behind the Panna debacle.
yes,
So,
sir.
as an forest officer and as an police officer, what will be your approach to deal with these communities? Those as an community, they've been considered as a hunter or the poachers.
Yes, sir. So, my approach would be, sir, firstly, to get them to spread awareness among the communities that their livelihood and their dependence on the forest is also very much dependent on the survival of wildlife there, because only then the ecotourism will happen, only then the protection of forest will happen, which is the main source of their cultural purpose also and livelihood purpose also. Secondly, sir, I will try to get them into an alternative livelihood, which the state government has also been doing to shift to them, to provide them various other livelihood options also, skilling also, so that they can reduce their dependent on the hunting activities and on the wildlife, sir. So this will be my main approach, sir, by reducing their dependence on such traditional activities. And also, I will try to make them aware about the laws that hunting is illegal and it can lead to many drastic consequences as it happened in Panna. And also, special drive has been being taken in the Kuno National Park also to take these measures so that uh, the cheetahs that are introduced over there, they are safe.
Okay, so you mentioned that government is doing some measures to switch over to alternate source of livelihood for them. So would you like to
Yes, sir.
mention a few of such initiative by government or maybe some other organization?
Yes, sir. So the government has also been working with the civil society organizations regarding, firstly, the to ensure that the benefits of ecotourism and the eco development, these communities are part of it. So it has been ensured. For example, in the action plan for cheetah reintroduction, it has been mentioned that the Saharia and the Mogia community, they will be made an integral part of the ecotourism benefits that will be arising out of the ecotourism from the Kuno National Park. Secondly, sir, the rehabilitation to some other parts or the reskilling that has also been provided. For example, like the processing activities, this Saharia is also known for and these other communities are also known for this katha manufacturing. So the skill development regarding katha is also being done. Thirdly, sir, these communities are also experts in the knowledge about the medicines and the herbs. So their knowledge is also being utilized and being upgraded through the Bandhan Kendras, so that they can get a better livelihood and revenue from the products in which their knowledge is also used and by the better marketing of these products, sir. So in these ways, we can, sir, help these communities, sir.
No, Ajay, but what you told me is what we can do. I'm more interested in listening from you what we are doing, because you said government is already doing these activity. So are you aware of something which has already been done or is under process already? Not the futuristic thing.
Yes, sir. Um, so, firstly, in most of the areas, the local communities, sir, they are being made part of the eco development, ecotourism. So, secondly, in certain areas, sir, are you? Can I just ask? Are you specifically talking about the Mogya or the Padri communities, or the in general tribal
Yeah, I'm,
communities, sir?
I'm specifically talking about the Mogia and the Pardis, because hunting is such a kind of profession. It is so very difficult to transform them. Other community, those who are already agrarian community, or they
Yes,
were
yes,
largely nomad, but also doing some kind of shifting cultivation. So it is much
yes,
easier to shift them. So Baigas and the
yes,
Gonds
yes,
and all the other tribe.
Yes,
But
sir.
somebody who was into hunting,
Yes, sir.
and often an alternate livelihood is not an easy task. But as you said, that government is already doing. So I'm more interested in knowing about what exactly we are doing.
Yes, sir. So sir, I know a bit about the Parthi community because earlier I was where I was posted, the Parthi community was present there. So for the Parthi communities, the government took certain measures, like in the Betul area, around the Betul area, skill development has been done for them by attachment with the civil society over there. There is an NGO in that area named Jan Sahas. So that has been linked with the Padri community to provide various other skills in the field of like manufacturing of clothing. In the some of the them are taught about the woodcraft also, which is very popular in the Betul district. So these measures are being taken, sir, to the best of my knowledge.
Okay, great. So you are from Baitul, and I guess you worked also there at Baitul. So tell
Yes, sir.
something about the forest of the Baitul area and what kind of wildlife is there. What is significant about the Baitul forest area?
Yes, sir. So, sir, Betul is predominantly a teak district. The teak of Betul is very famous as being one of the best quality teaks all over state and in fact India. So it's famous for. Secondly, sir, it has very high biodiversity. Around 37% of the area of Betul is covered with forest, and there is a very diversity of forest behind teak also, beside teak also. And woodcraft is one of the forest dependent industries that is practiced there, sir. And also, sir, the wildlife is very rich in Betul. There, being a part of the Satpura region, the tigers are also found there. Along with it, various variety of flora and fauna are also found in Betul, sir.
Okay, good. So during one of answer, you also talked about the Kuno National Park and the cheetah introduction, and
Yes, sir.
everywhere it has been ridiculed that that will going to be a disaster. Already cheetahs are dying. Six have already died. So what you feel? What is going wrong with the management there or the cheetahs there?
Sir, uh, I believe there is nothing wrong as such that is going over there with the management because the number of deaths that has been there, like the three adult deaths, so those deaths were anticipated. And it has been mentioned in the cheetah action plan for introduction also that within 1 year, if we are able to save even the 50% of the population of cheetahs, that is the 10 cheetahs out of 20, then it will be considered a success in the short term within 1 year. So the mortality in such kind of relocation projects is high. Secondly, sir, in the for the three litters that were died, so in the wild, around nine, it has been observed in Africa also that around 90% of the mortality has been observed in wild areas for these litters. So these mortalities, what have been happened as part of the natural reasons, like those cubs that died, they were weak in immunity. That as was observed. Also, the Sasha that was read, she was having the renal failure and she was already sick when we brought her here. And similarly, the Uday and other cheetah also died due to the similar reasons. The important thing is none of them has been died due to the anthropogenic reasons like hunting or poaching. That is one success. Also, they are being monitored very rigorously, very continuously, 24/7 by the team and all the and to the best of my knowledge, all the efforts have that have been stipulated in the plan also have been are being taken by the management.
Okay, great. So this much from my side, Rishabh. You may take over, please.
Oh, good morning, Ajay.
Good morning, sir.
So, you are interested in trekking, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you differentiate between trekking and hiking?
Yes, sir. So, firstly, sir, trekking. These are very two similar activities, but trekking is considered having a longer duration. Usually trekking is done for more than 1 day, while hiking is a short-term activity, usually less than a day. Secondly, sir, the trail of the path taken by the trekking is also different. It is said that trekking is usually done on an unexplored path, while hiking is done on a more explored path, sir. Thirdly, sir, there are also differences regarding the equipments that are used in the trekking and hiking. So these are the main differences, as I see, sir.
Okay, what is this AMS?
So this is altitude mountain sickness.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so you
So
are
this,
also in, okay, you are also interested in yoga, right? You do yoga
yes, sir.
regularly.
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me just five positions which we can do while lying down on the ground?
Yes, sir. So first is Shavasana. Second is Makarasan. Third is Matsyasan. Fourth is Sir Pavan Muktasan. Fifth is uh, uh, we can also do, sir, Dhanurasan while lying on the dog. Yes.
Right, right. And how many stages are there in Surya Namaskar?
So 12.
Right, right. So you are already working as a DSP, right?
Yes, sir.
And in few years you will be promoted to IPS. So why
Yes,
are you still trying for forest service? Why you are still interested in it?
yes, sir. So first, let me tell you, sir, although I'm very happy and thoroughly enjoying the work as a DSP that I'm doing, sir, but given a choice, I have a few reasons. The first being, sir, Indian Forest Service is an all India service. So there is good career progression in it. Secondly, sir, it provides very diverse set of roles and responsibilities, and also the opportunities for personal growth also. Then, sir, this environment and climate change is one area which is very heavily focused on by the national government and also by the international community. So the scope of growth of this sector in the next 23-30 years is going to be even more. This service is even going to get more prominence and importance in the next few years, sir. And so climate change being one of the most daunting challenges facing the humanity, I want to be a part of this solution, sir.
Okay, but at least you are in your home cadre right now, and
Yes, sir.
you never know if you opt for forest, you will have to go to different state,
Yes, sir.
and you have done all your 10th 12th graduation from your home state itself, right?
Yes.
So will you be comfortable in another cadre, like in South India or in northeastern states?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. The reason being, for me, the preference is the service, induction into the service and working in the service, and not the place at which I am working. So it is also a fact that I have been away from my home for last more than 12, 13 years. So anyways, I'm away from home, so it doesn't matter where exactly I am placed or posted, sir. So I'm, yes, sir.
Okay, right. So what is this blue gang referred to?
Sir, it was a community policing initiative. So this Blue Gang was a group of women, uh, mainly from the tribal community. Uh, gave the name Blue because we made their dress code as the blue colored sarees. So basically their work was to spread the awareness and also certain other activities for the de-addiction from the mahua liquor that was very prevalent in the Betul region among the male tribals, sir. So for that, this initiative was there.
Okay, right. So can you name few adjoining districts of your home district?
Yes, sir. So Morena is surrounded by Shopur, Gwalior, Shivpuri. It also lies on the tri-junction of Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, and Rajasthan. From the Uttar Pradesh side, it's close to Etawah district, and also Agra district is nearby. And on the from the Rajasthan, its boundary touches Dholpur district. So these are
Okay.
the.
Can you tell me the districts through which river Narmada passes through?
Yes, sir. Sir, in Madhya Pradesh, it passes through 14 districts, and then it goes to Gujarat after that. So it starts from the Anuppur district of Madhya Pradesh, and it goes through the Dhar district and exits Madhya Pradesh through the Dhar district of Madhya Pradesh. So, and in between, there are districts like Khargon, mm, and then Sir Hoshangabad, and then
Okay.
yes,
Okay, Ajay. So, my last question to you. So, there was this recent suspension of an IS and IPS officer in Rajasthan
yes, sir.
regarding the brawl with the local waiter or the hotel staff. So, do
Yes, sir.
you think UPSC is able to select the good candidates even after such a rigorous process? We are seeing that most of them are involved in either corruption over or they are in the intoxicated with their powers.
Mm, yes, sir. So I believe the process that is followed by UPSC is very rigorous, very the rigorous process and the very diligent process, and the candidates who come out of as the final selection, they are very good persons. And but sir, we have to see that the
Are
people
they
that are
good
coming out are
person? Are they good persons or good candidates?
so they are candidates in terms of their appearing in the examination, but they are also part of the wider society, sir. So often the civil services has been seen as the symbol of power, the symbol of the society perceives civil services as you have certain privileges or certain rights over other people, and of even it often it so happens that even after a person joins the civil services, this feeling remains within him, which leads to certain such kind of incidences which shows the misuse of power and position. But sir, this from my personal experience, I can say that this is an exceptional and isolated case. Such cases are very few. Most of the civil servants that are coming out of the process are very honest and very law abiding, sir, and are dedicated to the public service, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. And who is the governor of Madhya Pradesh right now?
So it's Honorable Shri Mangu Bhai Patel, sir.
Okay, that's all from my side, Ajay. Now over to you, Mansur.
Okay, like
Thank you, sir.
we'll end the session. Just I want to ask couple of more questions. Right, quick
Yes,
questions,
sir.
right? So tell me how many tigers are there present in Madhya Pradesh?
Sir, as per 2018 census, 526 tigers were present, sir.
In Madhya Pradesh, okay, okay. We know that lion is often, in the text we call lion as the king of jungle. Can you tell me which animal is called as the king of water?
Sir, marine water, the blue whale is the biggest animal. And sir, uh, I'm not sure about the king of water, sir.
Have you heard about Meghalayan age? What is Meghalayan age?
Yes, sir. So this is an age which has been delineated by the scientist. It s- to indicate an age where the anthropogenic reasons has led to various changes in our environment. So it has been denoted as 4,200 years from the current time, sir. So
Are you
basically, it refers to
are you sure about this 4,200 years?
yes, yes, sir, yes, sir.
All right, Ajay, it was great talking to you. Your mock interview is over. You can leave the call and I'll text you back for the feedback after a couple of minutes, right?
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, sir.